A parliamentary ad hoc committee tasked with probing the spillage of the Akosombo and Pong dams and its subsequent impact on communities situated in the lower Volta Basin has directed local assemblies in the flood-affected areas to immediately reconnect the potable water supply to affected persons living in safe havens. This directive comes after flood victims residing in camps in Mepe and other affected areas called on the government to reconnect them to the potable water supply after they were disconnected from the community water supply system, forcing them to rely on the Volta River for their daily water needs. They also want the government to provide a more suitable structure for them. ChannelOne News' Volta regional correspondent Desmond Selasiago has more in this report.
Living conditions in the safe havens in flood-affected areas, especially in Mepe, are gradually deteriorating, with flood victims still calling for support. Access to electricity and water supply, in particular, has become a challenge for these victims, who now have to depend on the Volta River after being disconnected from the community water supply system. This alarming situation came to light during an investigation by a 7-member parliamentary ad hoc committee, which was tasked with probing the spillage of the Akosombo and Pong dams and its subsequent impacts on communities situated in the lower Volta Basin. The lack of clean drinking water has exacerbated their already precarious living conditions. In an interview with ChannelOne News, some affected individuals expressed their distress, noting that the absence of potable water is severely affecting their daily lives. Many are concerned about the potential health risks associated with consuming untreated river water.
The water condition here is too bad. They have disconnected the water about 2 weeks now. You never see any water, so you're supposed to go to the riverside and go and fetch the water. That water, they say you should never fetch it, but we are fetching it. You did not have any ocean, so you manage that one.
The affected residents have also rejected moving into a new temporary building provided by the VRA, citing a lack of privacy. They say the government's housing project has been delayed for too long. The DC for Northtown, Osborne Divine Penu, speaking to ChannelOne News, says projects will be completed shortly to address accommodation issues. He, however, noted that the district is prepared for any future spillage.
And we are hoping soon that all the projects will be completed in time. Currently, VRA has not given any date for that spillage, but I believe that we are well prepared.
In response to the concerns raised by the affected residents, the chairman of the ad hoc committee, Honorable Suleiman Adamu Sanid, has issued a directive to local assemblies, urging them to immediately take responsibilities for covering the water bills for the flood victims in this camp.
So we want to see the relief extended to cover water and electricity, so that we don't burden them to look for money from anywhere to pay for electricity and water. So we task the assembly to take up the bills and pay for them.
Member of Parliament for Central Town, Gabi Hotoje, says the affected residents still need support.
After a 3-month provision of food and other things, that was the end. And life is becoming unbearable. And I hope something will be done immediately.
Calls are still being placed on benevolent persons and governments especially to come to the aid of the affected residents as situations keep worsening. Reporting for ChannelOne News from Mepe in the Northtown district of the Volta region, my name is Desmond Selasiago.